war, oil, religion, power, the Middle East. But what exactly is the Middle East? And why is it so complicated? Let's break it down, simply. The Middle East is not one country. It's a region made up of nations across Western Asia. Countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, Bahrain, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and sometimes Egypt and Turkey are included. If you want to hear more such engaging world stories, subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now here's something important. Countries like Libya, Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia are part of North Africa. Together with the Middle East, they form a broader region called MENA. Now, the Middle East itself is divided into smaller groups. First, the GCC. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, and Bahrain. These countries work closely together and even have a joint military force called the Peninsula Shield Force. But here's the key point. This is not like NATO. There is no rule that says if one country is attacked, all must respond. Second, the Persian Gulf. A geographical region including Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, and also Iran and Iraq. Then the rest of the Middle East. Countries like Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Yemen. And this is where things get complicated. Let's first look at government-level relationships. Israel as a country does not have friendly relationships with Lebanon, Yemen, and of course, Iran. There are no formal diplomatic ties, and in some cases they are technically still in conflict. But here's where it gets more complex. The biggest tensions are not always with governments. They come from non-state groups. In Lebanon, there is a government, but also Hezbollah, a powerful Iran-backed armed group. It operates from Lebanon and is one of Israel's biggest threats in the north. In Yemen, there is an official government, but large parts are controlled by the Houthis, a rebel group. They have received support from Iran and have launched attacks affecting Israel and key trade routes. In Gaza, the territory is controlled by Hamas, a Palestinian group fighting Israel. So now look at the full picture. At the government level, Israel versus Lebanon and Yemen is hostile, no real ties. But at the ground level, Israel is facing Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. And behind many of these groups is Iran. This is why the conflict is so complex. It's not just country versus country. It's countries, plus armed groups, plus external influence. Add to this the long-standing Israel-Palestine conflict and instability in places like Syria, Iraq, Libya, and Yemen. And you get one of the most complicated regions in the world.
The GCC countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, and Bahrain, sit right in the middle of one of the most complex regions in the world. With Iran, the relationship is tense. There's rivalry, mistrust, and concerns over Iran's influence and military actions. With Iraq, it's more balanced, a mix of cooperation and caution, depending on politics and stability. With Israel, things are evolving. Some GCC countries now have diplomatic ties, while others remain cautious. But here's where it gets more complicated. In places like Lebanon and Yemen, the real challenge isn't just governments. It's powerful groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis, often linked to Iran. And that's what makes the Middle East so complex.